Hello, guys. Imagine that you are choosing a hotel for your vacations in Cancun. After a lot of clicking, you found one that looks great. Everything seems to fit your needs and tastes. Then you decide to check the client's reviews. The first three comments are not good. You get a bit anxious, but you keep reading until bingo, you find a comment that mildly supports the hotel. You ignore the first comments and only pay attention to the positive comments. You cherry pick the information. Voila! Why do we filter information based on whether it supports or not our previous beliefs? Today, in deciding how to decide, we will talk about confirmation bias. What exactly is it? Confirmation bias is a tendency to notice, focus, favor, and better recall information that supports one's beliefs and to reject the one that goes against these beliefs. Let me ask you some questions. Do you feel positive emotions when you receive information that shows that your point of view is right? While you are unmoved when you receive information that suggests the contrary? When making a decision, do you actively seek information that confirms what your gut tells you to do? When you have conflicting information, do you focus on the one that supports your view and discard or pay less attention to the other one? Do you interpret information in a way that strengthens your current position on a topic? And do you tend to easily remember information that is in line with what you think and to forget the one that goes against it? More questions. How do you choose friends and partners? Are you more likely to be attracted to people that think like you while you close the door to people who don't? When you receive news that state compromising things about a politician you loathe, do you promptly pass it on to other like minded people without revising its veracity? If you don't believe that global warming is an urgent problem and caused by human activity, do you avoid reading information that establishes the contrary? And why does it happen? Like any other cognitive bias, confirmation bias helps us to save energy. Therefore, we look for shortcuts when evaluating information. Our brain wants everything fast. Changing your mind takes energy. Sticking to what you already believe saves it. Second, we protect our self esteem. No one likes to be proven wrong, right? Our beliefs are part of our identity. When information attacks them, we feel like an attack on ourselves. It hurts. I cherished that idea for 30 years, and now I have to acknowledge so late in the game that I was wrong, that I was a fool. No, I won't do that. And why it's important. Confirmation bias can lead to poor decision making because it keeps us in an echo chamber where only part of the information and the evidence can come in. Our decisions are not fully informed. Confirmation bias can affect our interpersonal relationships since we surround ourselves with like minded people. Does your colleague with strange political position gets invited to the after work beers? We cling to media that report news that we want to hear, which reinforces even more our particular worldview. Confirmation bias affects who we read and listen to. Isn't it curious that your favorite editorialist seems to think exactly like you? And what can we do about it? Confirmation bias is subtle and difficult to spot. We can't help it. We feel a rush of vindication when data supports our view, but we feel uncomfortable when data is against it. Now that you are aware of the confirmation bias, slow down your analysis and be cautious in both cases. Double check the information. Second, diversify your sources of information. Expose yourself weekly to information from the other side of your ideological side, from media outlets that you don't usually listen to. The famous 19th century Russian writer Leo Tolstoy wrote the following: the most difficult subjects can be explained to the most slow-witted man if he has not formed any idea of them already. But the simplest thing cannot be made clear to the most intelligent man if he is firmly persuaded that he knows already, without a shadow of doubt, what is laid before him. Now, a disclaimer. Remember, this video is not the last word about confirmation bias. Its goal is to ignite your interest in this topic so you can do your own research. Send us your feedback so we can continue with this conversation. Time to go. See you next time. Thank you.